Hello everyone, now is the moment to talk about SCADA. Wait, what's going on? Don't worry, in a few seconds we are getting back to our normal content. But first, I'd like to introduce myself. If you don't know me, of course, my name is Gabriel Devens. I'm a SCADA engineer and a software engineer. If you want to know more about me or this project, you can click in the card in the end of this video for more information. I hope this didn't take too long. After the opening, let's talk about SCADA. My idea for this channel was, of course, starting talking about SCADA from the beginning, and what more is important about SCADA than the definition of SCADA. But this is topic for the next video, so please, if you want to continue support this channel growing, this is the right moment. Thumbs up, subscribe, and get notified for more videos like this one. Today I would like to use this episode to answer some colleagues and friends challenge. No, not this kind of challenge. I'm talking about a doubt, a concern, a issue that maybe many of us had for a long time. SCADA death. You heard it well. We're gonna talk about the ending of SCADA. Is SCADA dying? Is SCADA already dead? There is any future for SCADA? Is SCADA a thing for the past? Which technology gonna replace SCADA? Too many questions. Many of those questions I heard from friends, colleagues in different moments of my life. What a time of me. Start a channel, start SCADAPEDIA in the moment when the subject is dying or dead. Is that the case? I mean, you're really doing wrong here, but you shouldn't be talking about future. Which future? SCADA is not really dead? So let's get back to the beginning. And when I say beginning, I meant the beginning of SCADA. The idea here is not talking all about SCADA history. I'm gonna do a special episode about that in future. The idea here is talk specific about 3 generations. Which generation can divide SCADA and 3 generations. But back to the beginning. If SCADA started being used in the 1960s, the name SCADA properly was coined in the 70s. And after that, we have the first generation as known as monolithic system generation. In this generation, we basically had mainframes connect to Artigo and using proprietary protocols to communicate between the devices. Of course, to change from one generation to another generation, probably a meaningful event happened, and that case was LAN, Local Area Network. And from the adoption of LAN, we could have different devices connecting the same network, and we be able to have a distributed SCADA system. And to put an end in the second generation distributed SCADA systems, we had WAMS, so Wide Area Network, that replaced LAN. Replace, metaphorically speaking, in the one generation, the third generation, the network SCADA generation, the idea of IP, Internet Protocol. That's the third and last generation. But that's it. No more SCADA, not a fourth generation, no future for SCADA. Probably if you was not too fast, you saw in the beginning of this video 3 possible causes of SCADA death. The first one was Internet of Things, IoT. The second one was PMU, Phasor Management Unit. The third one was AI, Artificial Intelligence. And now let's talk a little bit about these possible murders. Probably you already heard about Internet of Things. Of course, you have a smartwatch, you know what is a smart device. And in industry, you have industrial Internet of Things. Basically, you use smart devices to connect industrial dispositives. And basically, you can use devices as Raspberry Pis, Arduino, or even smart PLCs to connect to other devices like sensors to control systems. Normally, these devices are used in low-cost solutions or in specific application. But the question really is, this device can be replaced at all large-scale industrial applications? Is this IoT device or industrial IoT devices a good option to replace all SCADA systems in an industry? In my opinion, I don't think so. I believe they can have an important part in this industry, but only as complementary devices. So being part of the system, being part of the solution, but not as replace for SCADA. These devices have important roles in the industry right now. They are being used as controllers, gateway, converters of protocols, so many applications. But one thing is do that The other thing is try replace a real-time SCADA system responsible for managing alarms, control system through set points, and many other complex applications. Now let's move on for the next candidate to kill, terminate, replace SCADA system. So let's talk about PMU. Phasor Measurement Unit. Typically, a SCADA system can acquire measurements 1 Hz per second. Meanwhile, PMU can do that 10 Hz, 25 Hz, 50, 60, or even the double of that. So sampling is the biggest difference here. Even though human eye only can see 1 change per second and in SCADA system, the idea here is use PMU to check oscillation in the electrical grid. So for small oscillation, we need a big number of sampling. Because of that, we have PMU. To not extend me too much here, if you really wanna know more about these positives, you can read my article. I put the link in the description of this video, but I couldn't skip my opinion, my point of view on this topic. PMU will not replace SCADA completely because he doesn't take care of the core, the main real-time controlling system. The last but not the least, maybe for me the most interesting topic, AI. If you like me, watch all Terminator movies and you are expecting Skynet take all SCADA system in the world, sorry to disappoint you. I don't think that's gonna happen so soon. As I mentioned in my article, that the link is in the description if you wanna read more, AI and SCADA are going to join forces in a near future. Actually, many AIs are already being used as tool as support for SCADA development. I think that's gonna be growing. They are being used in coding and optimization of data and many other aspects, and I think that's the future. And when I say join forces, I mean be used as part of SCADA system and specific applications like predictive maintenance, helping with tagging, prioritizing alarms, and many other applications that I talk about in my article. Summing up, I don't think SCADA is dead, dying, or even gonna be replaced for this or that technology. I believe these technologies as MU, IoT, even AI are here to be complementary, not to replace the SCADA. I think we are going to the fourth generation of SCADA. Once again, I would like to thank you for supporting this project, but for us to continue to grow, it's very important that you thumbs up, subscribe, and get all notifications. See you in the next episode, and let's talk about SCADA.